My name is Jennie Sobecki, and I'm going to be facilitating our two-day branch manager series. I thought I'd give an overview of some of the most important concepts we're going to be covering. Let's start off with the branch staffing model. The layers are collapsing in our branches. In the olden days, we had a lot of staff. We had branch managers, we had the people who managed the branch in our absence, who maybe were called assistants or teller supervisors. We have MSRs and tellers, and if you're in a really busy market, you probably still have this. But if you're in a mature market, you may find that you're having to figure out how to do more with less, and the branch of the future that we're seeing is more having the branch manager in place, but then collapsing these layers into a universal advisor concept. And there may be a universal advisor 1, 2, 3. There can be several levels of that, but the branch of the future is definitely do more with less, and it's shrinking. And that's something we're going to be talking about because a lot of the branch managers are confused when we have to keep growing the branch, but we have so many fewer people. How do we get that accomplished? We have to be better at coaching. And one thing we will be talking about is how do we manage by walking around and catching people doing the right things right. So these are kind of complicated concepts, but we try to really simplify them so when you walk out of your branch and you go behind the teller line, you spy for the good and you look for good things to say to your people, and constantly you're a positive motivator within the branch. Another concept that's important is transactions are declining. We all know this because technology's revolutionized our business. And what we're doing is we're still using transaction counts for our staffing numbers. So in other words, if we have 5 people in our branch and the transaction counts keep going down and one person quits, we staff based on the transaction count. So we'll go, oh, instead of having 5, we only need 4. And if another part-time person quits, we go down to 3.5. And this is really a death spiral because it's going to keep going down. Transaction counts will continue declining. We need to shift the narrative and make the story be sales so that we get measured on our sales performance. And if I'm doing a good job selling, if I have 5 people and I'm your top selling branch and one person quits, I still get that person replaced. So we don't have to worry so much about head count when we're looking at sales versus transactions. Now, one of the concepts of sales is we need to look at our profitability. Who are the members who are bringing us the most profitable dollars? Well, when you look at a member as a single service household with only one piece of the pie, that's probably not that profitable. We would like to increase share of wallet with those members. So the easiest way for us to grow is to grow our member base. In other words, increase share of wallet with our current client base. We also do need to keep our eye on the ball, though, of prospects, and those are people who have no products with us. We would like to get them to open a product, and that's why I kind of slashed this one, is this isn't really a product yet. But we need to look within our market and see where is the business that we should have. In other words, if I live in a college town and my branch is right next to the university and we don't have any of the university's business, that would be a big prospect we ought to try to start considering wooing some business to our credit union. Another big concept we're going to be looking at is calendaring our time, our schedules. When I train the branch manager series, probably the #1 issue that branch managers will say is they don't have enough time. They aren't good time managers. They also say motivators, but time managers is #1. And so what we're going to look at is a typical business week goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, we know Mondays and Fridays are super busy, as is the lunch hour. But in the morning of Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and in the afternoon, there are big pregnant pauses in branch traffic where members aren't there. It's mostly our employees. And I believe that people want to do the right things right, but they don't always know what that looks like. So we'll come up with a top 5 list. This is an activity, and another way to say this is board. Like if I'm bored, go to a board. Let me explain what I mean. If the branch is empty and I go to a board and I see a 3x5 card that says, make calls on people who've opened new accounts this week, and I start getting busy doing some sales activities instead of just sitting here complaining that the branch is maybe not so clean and we're putting down the cleaning crew or something like that. And what we find is we need to redirect the boredom that sometimes gets in our bankers when they don't know what to get busy doing because there's no member in the branch. So this is just a very high-level overview of the 2 days. We'll be digging in very deep and having a lot of fun. One thing just for you to know is your credit union professionals will be in pods. They'll be getting to know other people from other credit unions, and they'll have a lot of cross-pollination of ideas, and they'll share best practices. So my job is to facilitate a guided discussion and create a fun atmosphere for them, and their job is to come and engage and then go back to the job and make some changes and improvements. I hope to see you there. Thanks so much.